get set up here. All right, Facebook, you're live. YouTube, we're live. All right, I still got, look what I got on, y'all. A nightgown, my house coat. I don't even care. I stayed in all day today except to run down and get them chicken eggs. Jace has been here all day and he's spending the night again. We get to have him for 2 nights, so we're taking it. So it worked out that we got to keep him for a couple of days, so we're excited about that. And he is so funny. He has played and played and played, and then he plays till he gets sleepy, and then he's so funny when I go to put him asleep. He always, you can tell he's getting sleepy because he rubs one eye, then he'll rub the other eye, and then a few minutes later he yawns real big, and then usually about a minute or two after the great big yawn, he's out. So, all right, let's see. A lot happening today, y'all. I didn't get to catch the news, but a couple people told me what was on the news. So we will come back 9 o'clock tonight and have a little chit chat. So that way I'll put Jace to bed at 8:30. He'll be sound asleep and we can have a 9 o'clock chat. Tony's watching him right now. So they're in the living room and I got a little cartoon thing on for him. And Tony's going to keep an eye on him while I do fireside. And Tony has got this house 80 degrees. He's been feeding that fire and it is rolling. So it's hot. Jace come in there and he had on a pair of footed pajamas. He took them off. He unzipped them dudes and had them all the way down to his ankles. And then come over and told me to get him off his feet. That boy is funny. He got hot. And he's hot-natured anyways, and he got hot in them big-footed pajamas. Woo, let me see. Melissa's on over there on YouTube. She's saying 80 degrees is warm. I don't know where it's 80 degrees. Laura Johnson's on tonight. Hey, Laura, hope you're feeling a whole lot better. I was going to call you this evening, but I've had to do one thing after another. You know how it is when you got a baby here. So, we've been busy with Jace, and we'll keep him through tomorrow. And Tiana's got to work tomorrow. Trevor's got to work. So we will keep him through then. And we're just lucky to have him for a couple days here. We haven't gotten to see him a whole lot. So we've been trying to purposely get him so we can spend some time with him. Let him play some hooky from school. Let's see what's going on here. Star's on over on YouTube too, and I don't know if Suzanne, if anybody's seen her on Facebook or not. I know it's hard, y'all, coming on here every single night, and I appreciate y'all that come on so faithful. And okay, Margaret said she's waiting for a notification on YouTube, and she never did get it. I usually hook up YouTube about 10 minutes till 8. So it's easy to find because YouTube lets people join a little bit early and they can talk amongst themselves before I actually even join the conversation. So they can say hi to everybody and update everybody what they're doing. And then so they get about a 10-minute chat without me. And then I come on and join the thing. Oh, somebody said they're going to be watching the president. Okay, thanks for reminding me that. What time is the president on tonight? I don't want to take y'all away from anything. Charity, is it your birthday today? I got your cookbook order. She was mailing it to, I think, her cousin or somebody for their birthday. So that got mailed out today, Charity. All right, if somebody tells me if he's on from 8 to 8, or does he come, what time does the president come on and go off? Does anybody know for sure? because I can't Google it or anything. But somebody can tell me what time, and we can do our late fireside after that or something. We'll have to see if he coming on at 9 o'clock tonight. The president's at 9 o'clock. All right. Well, does he go off at 9? Is he on from 9 to 11? All right, we might have to come on at 8:45. We can do a 15-minute talk real quick if you want. We'll have to see. 8 p.m. Central. Okay. Well, I might videotape it. I don't know. But I can't. I got Jay, so I can't be watching TV. I don't watch TV when he's here, and but I'm gonna probably put him to bed at 8:30. I think. All right, I might have to set the TV up to tape it or something in case I want to go back and watch it. All right. All right, or we could just talk about Nancy at the end of this one, what the developments was today. How about that? We could do that, y'all. All right, we'll do that instead of trying to come back at the end of fireside. If y'all want to jump off, and we'll just go ahead right into the chat, and I won't restart or nothing. So you can hang on if you want to hang on. We'll finish fireside, and then we'll talk about Nancy for those that want to get off and not be on here. How's that? Okay. I put Opal back in the coop, and she laid down in the coop. So I thought, well, I better take her back to the house because I don't want her laying here and the chickens coming over here. So thank you, Luann, for the stars. So then she got up and was walking around. So I just let her go outside and walk around, watched her for a while, filmed her a little bit, and she was walking around. Nobody was picking on her, and it was almost bedtime, so I just left her down there. I want her to be around the flock. I didn't want that. It's hard to separate them out because that's their flock, and she's isolated up here at the house, and she needed chickens around her. Yeah, the train just went by. The train just went down. That must be the 808 train. Oh my goodness, 808. So anyhow, just gave a update on Opal, and she was eating food down there. That was good. That was good. Okay. What else? We've just watched Jace all day. Me and Tony tag team him. He climbed up on Tony's lap, and so I just left him, and they both went to sleep. Tony had gloves on and everything because he was getting firewood in, so he took his nap with his gloves on. Oh, and yeah, Opal will be okay tonight because, like I said, it was almost time for them to go to bed. Thank you, Rebecca, for the stars. So we'll just have to watch her and see. Talitha said, if reincarnation was a thing, I'd want to come back as one of your chickens. Yeah, I did not call my brother today. I forgot all about it. Y'all said last night, I think it was last night or sometime, that y'all got a foot of snow down there. Is that right, Margaret? A foot of snow in Beckley? You might have got more out your way because I think it usually snows more out where Margaret lives than it does right in Beckley. Yeah, Opal will go in and go to bed. I don't think she'll just sit down in the thing out there. Yep, Margaret lives in Gent, West Virginia, and that's where the Winter Place ski resort is, and they always get a lot of snow out there. Donna Webb, thank you for the stars tonight. Y'all are giving stars tonight. Let's see. Yeah, Tony and Jace. I try to get. I take a lot of pictures. When Jace crawls up on Tony, it's the sweetest thing. So, y'all see me post a lot of pictures of them too. Always. He wants to drink his juice or his milk sitting on Papa's lap with his blanket. He's always got to have his little blanket. And I let Miss Kitty in. Oh, Suzanne said the snow melted off the roads. Well, that's good. If they melted off the road, and my brother's got an old truck that's 4-wheel drive, so he's able to get in and out if he don't need to go anywhere, but a lot of times he does anyways. But it's good if it's off the roads already. Yeah, prayers for John and Mama. Coffee time with John and Mama. They did not come on live tonight. They were both coughing. So I think that coughing thing is going around. Let's see. Did your brother used to live in Fayetteville? He lives close to Fayetteville. He lives in Scarborough. So he doesn't actually live in Fayetteville. Oh, you mean Fayetteville, North Carolina or West Virginia? He lives near Fayetteville, West Virginia, but he did. I had two brothers that actually lived in Fayetteville, North Carolina for a little while. My one brother that lived near Fayetteville, he passed away. But this brother stayed with that brother for, I think, a year. They rented a house together, but it didn't work out, so they went their separate ways. All right, so Trevor's cook. Oh, I got updates on the cookbook. My fireside cookbook will be here by Saturday, and I will start shipping them out after that. So if you pre-ordered a fireside cookbook, you should get it hopefully next week. So if you haven't ordered yet and you wanted to get one of the fireside ones, get on it because it's first come, first serve. I got 100 coming, and I'm not sure how many pre-orders until I start filling the orders. I don't know. I probably got, I wouldn't even guess, y'all, how many orders I got. I don't know. I might have 40 or 50 pre-orders, so there's still time to get a fireside cookbook. They're $30. Trevor's cookbooks are sold out as far as I know. Unless somebody doesn't send me their check, I need to go back and check with all of them. Kathy said, did you get my donation? I do not remember a donation from you, but all checks that I've got for donations have been cashed. So check and see if your thing's been cashed. If it hasn't, send me a message and let me know you mailed something, and I will be on the lookout for it. Our mail has been slow, y'all. Slow. All right, let's go ahead and get this get this thing get this devotion read. How about that? All right, today is Tuesday, February 24th, y'all. We are counting them down. This is the last week of February. Oh, let's see. Would you say happy birthday to my grandson, Kincaid? He turned 13 today. Well, happy birthday, Kincaid. All right. Somebody said I'm losing signal. I'm in the back room, so I might not have as good a signal because it's awful windy out there today. We'll just go with and see what happens. I can't change it because they're in the living room with the TVs on. All right, Isaiah chapter 53. Like one from whom people hid their faces, he was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Most people avoided George Chase. He lived in a 12-foot square shack in the woods where New England's Pawcatuck River meets Little, now I don't know how to say this, y'all, Narragansett, I don't know, Narragansett, I don't know, Bay. To the locals, it was obvious George didn't have a bathtub. They could smell the evidence. One day, a hurricane brought the Atlantic Ocean rushing over the seacoast, washing away the beachfront with its attractive homes. Survivors pulled themselves from the bay and began searching for refuge. 11 of them, soaked and shivering, found it in George's cabin. He gave them everything he had: water, milk, ginger tea, and shelter. After the hurricane of 1938, the townsfolk had a far different opinion of George Chase. It's sad when we make superficial judgments about others, yet it's our nature to do so. We do that with Jesus too. We might picture him as he's portrayed in old paintings, serenely handsome. But the prophet Isaiah said of the Messiah, he had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Like one from whom people hid their faces, he was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Yet this man gave us everything he had. He took up our pain and bore our suffering. He offered his life for ours. Let me see, I'm trying to get that light out of the back there. It's tragic when we miss the humanity of our fellow human beings. How much more tragic to miss the divinity of the one we despised. All right, well, that's a good little devotion for tonight. All right, if you just got on and you didn't hear me say about the cookbooks, I should have the cookbooks. The fireside cookbooks are coming in. They will be here by Saturday, hopefully. I got the notification already. I will start shipping them immediately. So I haven't deposited your checks yet, but I will probably tomorrow or the next day. And then I'll get all them mailed out. Hopefully, I'll get the rest of Trevor's checks. You all who've sent me checks, some of them's not got here yet, and it's been a while. So I think some of the mail's gotten lost. I don't know what happened. Maybe during the snowstorm, they just dumped the mail instead of delivering it. You never know. All right, so I think that's all we got. What else we got for fireside tonight? We can move right on into talking about the Nancy, since there was a big development today. Oh, Linda Nash is expecting her first great-granddaughter, hopefully this weekend. All right. Let's see. Somebody said your cookbook. I didn't catch the message. If you got a message about my cookbook, if you could message my page, that would be great. Because I didn't see what the thing said. It went by too quick. I don't know if Danny Duncan's been on or not. I haven't seen it. A man at my church just had cataract surgery last week on one eye and this week on the second eye. She's got to go tomorrow for the second eye, and he said he loved it because it was he didn't even know his eyesight was that bad till he got it done, and he said it was great. All right, well, I don't see anything else for fireside, so we're going to move right on and talk about the Nancy development. If you need to get off of here, you're not interested in that, go ahead. Michelle Langford, I'm pretty sure I got your check for the fireside cookbook. I will start cashing them tomorrow, making the labels, so as soon as I get them, I'm going to sign them. For y'all that want them signed, I will sign some the first set of the fireside. So if you pre-ordered, I will be signing them. Okay. Talitha said last she heard from Danny, he had been very sick. So y'all remember Danny in prayer if nobody's seen him on here lately. All right, we'll move right in on talking to Nancy. The newest development was today that Savannah posted on her Instagram that she is putting up $1 million reward fee for the return of her mother. And she went on to say that they don't know if she's dead or alive. In not so many words, that's what she meant. She said she don't know. She could be up there in heaven with her brothers and sisters, her mom and dad, and her husband. For all they know, dancing with Jesus. So, and she said if she is, that is fine. She lived through her faith and her her faith promises her a home in heaven. So uh, she posted that and said, but either way, they want her mother returned. The reward is not for the like the police, the clue that prosecutes or gets the bad guy. She didn't mention any of that. It's for the return of her mother either way. I think that they just want this nightmare to end. And then the thing about that, we just talked about this last night, that we couldn't figure out why in the world, day one, if you have that much money, why didn't you come out then and say, well, today it come out and said that the sheriff told her not to. I don't know what his reasoning. He thought if she posted $1 million reward on day one, there would be too many kooks calling in, prank uh, thing just to see if they could guess something and, get the reward. So he thought they would have too much publicity on tips getting called in and they wouldn't be able to handle it. So that's why he told her not to. I can't believe that, y'all. But I don't even know what to think about that. Because we were saying, why in the world, doesn't she post something? Why if you got millions of dollars, why don't you just say day one, Because now it's 3 weeks, over 3 weeks into it. 3 weeks into it. And yeah, so I don't know what all she was advised, but I think she's over that sheriff. And she's going to do what she wants to do now because they haven't solved it in 3 weeks. And the sheriff has made so many mistakes. And, and I'm sure that she's doing this now because they need this to end, y'all. The sheriff is saying now it could take a year to look up the DNA because it's mixed and all that kind of stuff. And she, if you think about it, they want to get back to whatever the new normal is going to be, with or without her mother. They need this to end. So they need it to get solved because she has a life in another state. She's got 2 small children. She's got a job. And I'm sure they just can't sit for months and months and months in a house somewhere held up. So I'm sure they're ready to get this thing solved. I told y'all last night that I feel like they know she's already passed away. I think they know something, so they just want to end it. I think the sheriff is all about trying to catch the person, and at this point, Savannah's like, we just want our mother back so that we can do, if she's alive or if she's dead, whatever. She also donated $500,000 to some charity that works for missing children because she knows now what these people are going about. Yeah, I think she was told by the sheriff not to put up a reward, but I don't know why. I've never seen that before, And I told y'all all along, I thought all those ransom notes were fake. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if it was that TMZ sending them to themselves. I don't know, but something was fishy with all them ransom notes because the ransom notes never went to the family directly. The ransom notes never said really how to get in touch with them if you want to do a swap. The main things that need to be in a ransom note were not there. So, all right, some of y'all seen my, let me back up for a minute. I posted a thing this morning about Joe. My friend in Kenya, that's the right-hand man for the Water for Nations, and for the Kiera Slums Children Program that feeds the children and teaches the children over there. And he's been very sick, and then his fiance died, and he's had all these surgeries, and now he needs all these chemo and radiations and a lot of care over the next 6 weeks, I think. So they were trying to raise $8,000. Sorry about that. Trevor's trying to call. I'll have to get that in a minute, or he'll have to call his dad. Uh, yeah, Pam Brown said, I think they know she's passed and they just want to get her body back. That's what I think. But, you know, I don't know. They're not telling us anything. So, somebody said a person of interest is in jail now, and I think one more from a traffic stop. I haven't heard none of that. You got to watch. And somebody said they found her body in a small pond right before dark. I don't know where you're getting that information, but really don't repeat information on here if you haven't heard it from a legitimate news source. So, I did hear that, well, TMZ was announcing again that there's been activity in the Bitcoin account. I don't know about that either. I'm prone not to believe nothing that station says, you know, because they kept going on and on about all these ransom notes that never come back. Okay, I don't think that's... Okay, what about Joe? Somebody said, what about Joe? I got interrupted when Trevor called. Sorry. Joe, I posted a link today. Joe needed $8,000 for the rest of his care that he needs. That's a lot of money, but in Kenya, if until you pay up front, you don't get your much needed chemo, radiation, all this stuff. He's been very sick, but he's doing very, very well recovering. But he needs more. So if you all seen that link and can give anything, it goes directly to the Water for Nations account. They posted the link and I just shared it. Yeah, somebody saying TMZ lies, saying this. Everybody wants you to click on their thing. And I don't even watch them. I try to catch Nancy Grace. She about the only one I believe out there. Yeah, I think it is pretty a shame what they've done, because yeah, sometimes they're saying all kind of stuff, but you don't know. They haven't got any information from her pacemaker. They keep trying to say the man without the backpack was actually there a day or two before the other one. We don't know if we don't know until you hear like one of the major news networks, you know, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, any of those news stations, when they report something, I did hear that you can pretty much believe it. I did hear the United Cajun Navy from Louisiana is heading up there to help look for her. I did hear that today. If you do, can you send the money to me for Joe? You can, and what I do is I turn around and PayPal it to Tammy. But if you can click on that link for Joe and send it directly to them, they get it directly that way too. So either way that works for you, I'm happy to be in the middleman if need be. I'm still collecting for the fireside need. I am up to $500 now. We had a need, it was $1,800, so I have collected $500. I keep y'all posted on everything about that. So, and thank you. I got some money for the water well today. I got some money for blessing today. So that's a blessing. I've gotten some for the fireside need person, and I am up to $500 on them out of an $1,800 need that they had. All right. I think that's all, y'all. I don't know what else to say about. I mean, we're going to have to watch and see what happens with Jace here. I haven't had time to catch the real news, so I got to go back and watch some of that stuff. The link is on my page. If you go to Cooking with Pam Davidson, or you can just click on that, Cooking with Pam Davidson, and scroll down, because I posted a lot of videos today. Scroll down till it says my friend Joe blah blah blah, and scroll down and you'll see the link there. Yeah, I did see that they did start posting the man without the backpack. They thought it was the same man, just he didn't put the backpack on yet, but now they think it's the day before. But what's really confusing about that, if a man came the day before and was looking around, he would have seen the camera then. The man with the backpack, when he come, he acts surprised to see the camera. So I don't know if he just forgot overnight, but he acts surprised to see that camera, and he was not prepared. He would have had a can of spray paint or some duct tape or something to cover that camera up, but he wasn't. We are still working on our church. We are waiting to submit the second go round of the site plan, and until we get that site plan approval, we've been trying to get it approved since last June is when we submitted the site plan. It has taken this long. It's going to be almost a year, and I thought it would be like 30 days, so I don't have a clue about site plans, obviously. Somebody said, you can read all about Joe's update. It's in my post, so I won't go into all that about Joe, but he had cancer. He had this stuff removed out of his neck. And right before he did that, his fiance had a seizure and up and died. And we got to meet his fiance when we were over there. And he is just the right-hand man with boots on the ground in Kenya and helps with so much of the Kenya projects. How do y'all keep all this straight? Y'all, I have a big spreadsheet on my computer, and I have a tab. Every time I raise money for anything, it has its own tab. And I'm real good with spreadsheets anyways. I'm real good with financial stuff. I click on that tab. I put your name down. I put if you paid by PayPal, Zelle, what dates you paid, how much you paid. And each person has a tab that I've collected money for. So I have a running tab like Water for Nations. We're collecting for the well. I have collected $1,000 already for the well, and I haven't even posted the link yet. That's checks that have come in. We will start next week on raising money for the well. I usually do the month of February, but time got away from us, and we had all these cookbooks going on, so I'll be done with the cookbooks by next week, and we're going to start on that well. So get that. Tony does have dialysis in the morning, so he will be up and gone. That means I'm going to let Jay sleep back here with me, so I'll know when he wakes up. All right. That's going to be it. Let me go in there and get a little Jacer and see it. We'll probably have some videos of him tomorrow. I know a lot of y'all enjoy seeing him. He just plays so hard, and he has got that car down pat, y'all. He can work that car like no other. I can't believe how good he is driving that little car, because you got to use both hands to drive it. You can't drive with one hand. It's like a zero-turn lawnmower. It takes both hands to get it to go the way you want it to go. But he figured it out. Cowboy beans. Somebody saying something about the cowboy beans. It is in my first recipe. Here's the fireside book. I don't know if I've showed y'all that, but this is what the fireside recipe book looks like. I think it's got 150 or more recipes in here that came from the Fireside family. This is the one I'm getting by Saturday. I will have it in stock. 100 copies. That's all I got. So, and I'm not going to order again. This will be it. I already told y'all that last time, but I went ahead and got 100 because some of y'all missed out last time. So, $30, and that's it. And I still got some of my Sisters in the Kitchen. Y'all been buying that one too, because when it's gone, it's gone. All right. Let me go get Jace, and I will talk to y'all later.